It's Week 12 of the NFL, and we have the Pioneers leader at quarterback. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Pioneers and the Steamers. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and the world-renowned city of Louisville, Kentucky. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pioneers of Portland taking on the Steamers of Louisville. Hi again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, joining you as always. And, Charles, you check out this Louisville team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for this visiting Portland club, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column. Something's
got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 25. But you look at this defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cameron. He finds his man. Complete. That's Baker. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Cameron. Going right side here, and that's complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steamers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 and 3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Got to get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
2nd and 4. He finds his man complete. It's Holt. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for him from a week ago: 12 carries, 60 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
On 2nd down, it's Holt. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Holt. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still going inside the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Off the play fake. Cameron. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barker. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Portland.
They'll run on first down. It's Holt, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, it's Peters. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Cameron. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And touchdown! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steamers add 6 to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and now we've got a 3rd and 3. They'll try the left side. It's Holt. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
But let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Well, they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. 17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Operating from the gun, Cameron. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now he'll try to run with this. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peters. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Cameron throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a couple. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barker. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Defense.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Pioneers are able to cut into that deficit. A CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's 17-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. 1st down. It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
They'll run on 1st down. Peters. They'll get this down to the 38.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steamers are able to extend their lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Over the middle, complete. That's Holt. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here's a 2nd and 7. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Back to throw again. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. He's got a man, complete. A good play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Cameron. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Steamers are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barker. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Open man here, Sims complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
To throw on 2nd down. Cameron. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Cameron. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown! A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steamers have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st down, Pioneers.
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, Maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And now 4 of on the season. That is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
2nd down and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Barker.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. Don't do us like that.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Holt, stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This will be play number 9 in the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Pioneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Cameron working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. It's Peters. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off play action. Cameron. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And they'll accept that penalty. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Cameron. Dancing to his left. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And that forces a 4th down situation. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Holt. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Pioneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Now the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. So that drives 7 plays in length. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Louisville offense back out now. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, it's Peters.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Peters.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 83 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down now, it's Peters. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go play action here on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. Drops it underneath to Thomas. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Off the play fake, Cameron. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This offense so far on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Cameron. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they bring out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Portland's offense now about set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Pioneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Things were looking really good at half, Charles, but the story has changed, and they just sat this offense on the sideline, watch another touchdown go in the wrong direction. They're really getting blitzed in the second half.
And the pressure is really on because they need a big-time drive to calm things down. Well, as you mentioned, things have really gone in the wrong direction. The momentum's all on the other side of the ball. Their offense has now given their defense a lot of confidence. You know they're going to get after them here.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Peters, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Peters. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 2nd down now, it's Peters. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
146 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Louisville, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.